Last year I was still in Spain working on a game with zero identity. And I had a one-way ticket to Zagreb. I had a deadline before boarding that plane. I needed to have the concept art finished for the game. So I had to make a choice. Should I bet the money on a stranger or should I just save it for food and rent? And I hired a stranger, an artist named Thomas Bernard, who I liked a lot, and I felt that it was the perfect fit for what I needed. And today we will find out if I pretty much burned out all of my savings or I bought my studio's future.
And here's the real problem. I am very creative, but I'm not an illustrator. So when I draw, I'm able to portray the vision, but it's not professional.
And because I couldn't see the characters in a professional manner, the best thing that I could do was just to write everything down. So I wrote the brief and I treated it as if I was a professional studio already. I didn't just talk about it in some meeting. I gave him all of the details that I could in order for him to understand everything in relation to the designs.
And here's the key factor. The key was to provide him with as little images and references as possible and to provide him with all the freedom to create what I was telling him. Because I wanted his vision, not just a copy from another video game. I trusted him to interpret all these emotions. Sending him the money was easy, but the hardest part was waiting. And then you start to doubt yourself. Did he understand me? Should I explain things in a different way? Maybe did I pay too much for what I need? We were supposed to meet the next week, but then he contacted me earlier. He was fast. He didn't just get the idea, he evolved it. He took my messy briefing and turned it into a solid direction. Suddenly my game is not an idea anymore. It was real. Seeing now the characters in the screen changed everything. And now I stopped reimagining the characters and now I could see them and I felt very proud. It wasn't just a delivery, it was more than that. I learned a lot from him in regarding to how to treat an artist, and then he learned a lot about me as well, about the direction and the leadership. The quality and his compromise was so high and strong that I had to make a decision. We weren't just doing one commission. And now I moved him and we agreed into making a monthly retainer. Now we are building the team. Before this realization, I was stuck in a loop. Then I knew it was called analysis paralysis. And then I realized something crucial. Vague ideas are worthless. Tangible assets are real. So I needed to have a mirror for my imagination. If you want to know the real prices, to know how much it costs to start a game dev project like this one, let me know in the comments and drop a like and subscribe.
So you think it was worth it? Well, I could have saved that money and used it for food or rent. But considering the return of investment, this art saved me of indecision. It provided me with clarity and it gave the video game now a face. So if you are a solo developer, stop doing all by yourself. Ask for advice, hire an expert, and trust them with your vision. And that's how you build a studio, not just a hobby. Now we have the art, but there's still a lot of work to do. Now I have to pull all of them into the game engine and give them life and make them move. If you want to see the process, subscribe, drop a comment, and I see you on the next one.